And a mighty morning to you too. I'm Ben and I own Mighty Mash, which means I'm my own boss. And when you're your own boss, that means you can market things however you would like. And I wanted to sculpt a potato, but not just any potato, a buff potato. And every night before I lay my little head down to rest, I always watch a video of North of the Border. Go check his stuff out, it's really cool. But he inspired me to sculpt my own marketing campaign. So the general idea here is potato with purpose. I have this weird idea of this buff potato doing buff potato things. Like riding a horse in the Wild Wild West, maybe climbing a mountain shirtless, or lifting a dog and battling it until it something.
Huh?
I was initially going to make this out of foam, but from prior experience, I've realized that is messy. And after watching plenty of Adam's videos, I figured, how hard can clay sculpting be? It's very hard. I don't know how you do it, Adam. Keep up the good work, but teach me your ways. So I do what any good sculptor does with clay, and I use aluminum foil. And I cover it all in my clay and give it a little head because initially I was planning to not have a head, and then I realized that would just look like a rock or something. But shout out to the craft store for having clay 40% off, so thankfully this was cheap to make. And I wanted this thing to be buff. So as you can see, I added lots of body lumps to this thing. Looking at it now, I'm like, that is a little extreme. But we were able to narrow it down, you will see later on. But also, this man was looking a little slim. I forgot that people have lats and shoulders, and it looked kind of weird without shoulders, so let's give it some more dimension. The next day I realized, wow, his back is flat. So of course I have to add some muscle there, and this boy is jacked on his back, I swear. Also, I've never really sculpted muscle before, so I had to do a lot of research in muscle structure, especially as someone that typically works out at the gym. I still don't know how muscles work, so that was good knowledge to have. But as you can see, we cleaned him up and he's good to go. And I just kind of went around my house looking for different textures so I can give this buff potato his skin lumps things. Which I must say was kind of fun because I just went around my house and basically stuck clay to different textures like the popcorn ceiling, some like rag I had in the kitchen. But then I realized, oh wait, potatoes also have divots and craters, so let's add some cuts and bruises type thing to this buff potato. Not gonna lie, I was kind of scared when it came to this because I just spent hours sculpting this perfect potato, and now I have to put divots into it. But I must say, I think it turned out pretty good for my first time. Hey, guess what? We primed them. Now here's the part that I was dreading the most. I hate painting. It is my least favorite thing to do. I cannot get colors right to save my life. As you can tell, I'm putting on this dookie brown that is not even close to a potato. But I figured maybe this could just be the underlayer. And then I wanted to add some texture because, you know, potatoes have textury type things. So I just added another ugly brown color. And this is me trying to get a darker wash into the crevices and depths of this buff potato. But like my painting skills have shown, I just basically make the same brown just in lighter and darker forms. So I kind of gave up and just kind of tried to do my best while comparing it side by side with the giant potato I have on my desk. You know, because people just have that. But here is our final buff potato. A little side-by-side comparison could be a little more red, but it'll work.